Good morning, YouTube. How are we? Today is Wednesday, the 30th of October. The time has just turned 14 minutes past 7, and we are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 4 days out of British finals, FitX British finals. So I've got a super chilled out day today. I've only got one personal training session booked in. I'm going to head into town to get some final bits of shopping for my Vietnam trip, which is coming up literally 2 days after I compete in finals. So the plan today is to get everything packed for Vietnam ready, so that I'm not stressing out, I'm not panicking after the show, having like a mad rush of trying to get all that stuff sorted. So this morning I'm just going over some videos that I've been making. I've prepped some food this morning. I'm just waiting to hear back from Aaron, my coach, in regards to what I'm allowed to eat today. So the goal initially with this competition that's coming up now is that we want to be a little bit heavier than the one on the weekend just gone. So the first show day, which was now, I believe, 3 weeks ago, I weighed 78 kilos. I looked pretty full, but not mega conditioned. I was lean, but not, I knew I had more condition there. Then 2 weeks after that, the second show, I weighed in my lightest of prep, which was 76.9. So then I had the condition, but then I lacked a touch of fullness, I think. So it's good to obviously look back at those, like the professional stage photos, which have now come through. So I'll maybe get some of those in there so you can see those today. It's good to look back at the stage photos, and then we've got the data of like how heavy I was on both days as well. So now moving forward, we know that for the final show of the season, we need to basically match the condition of the second show and the fullness of the first show. So we know we need to be around 78 kilos. Today, I woke up at 77.6. So I've got a couple of days to gain half a kilo, maybe a little bit more if we want to push it. I'm just trusting Aaron. So whatever Aaron wants to do, that's what we're going to go with, because he's done brilliantly so far, and I do trust him massively. So if he says jump, I say how high. My reason behind getting a coach, by the way, because I've got my own clients that I have to tell all the time, like, eat this, train this, do this many steps, do this much cardio. The reason why I got a coach for this season, especially like the back end of the season, was because I have my whole job is telling people what to eat. Therefore, when it comes to me telling myself what to eat, sometimes holding myself accountable is very difficult. So I figured, for me, like, if I was to put money into paying for a coach, I'm not then just going to waste that money and then not do what he says. So it would be silly of me to go against anything that he's saying, because I've put my money into it. And also, for me, like, the motivation for me having made that financial investment into Aaron means that then I'm far more likely to stick to what he's telling me to do. And I'm less likely to be like, just, the money that I've paid him, it doesn't matter, all that sort of stuff. I can't then have an excuse because I've paid the money. Now I need to make sure it works, and I need to make sure that I'm putting the work in. Otherwise, it's just a waste of my money. And that's the way that I see, like, my relationship with coaching. I don't always need a coach. Obviously, I understand, what I'm doing in terms of like setting up my own training program, setting up my diet. But the fatigue the mental fatigue that I've got from, telling other people what to train, I just figured that actually for this show, it would be a lot less pressure on me and a lot less stress on me if I could just get somebody just to tell me what to do, basically. So the plan of action, I have my black coffee, got my 2 litre of water for the day. I have HydroFlow in here, by the way. So I don't know if I would be able to have, I don't know if I'd be able to drink 7 litres of water, just straight water a day. I'm sure I could squeeze it in if I really had to do just water. So using the HydroFlow, I've got the berry one at the minute, but the pineapple one's pretty good as well. And I just have 1 scoop of that in my litre of water, and it just makes it so much easier to get down. Like, it's much more enjoyable. I think I'm low-key addicted to it, I can't lie. So when I'm in Vietnam and I can't take my HydroFlow with me, I think I'm going to struggle a little bit. but it is what it is. So I'm just going to do some bits on the computer now, make some videos, that sort of thing. I'm off out at 9:30, obviously waiting to hear what I'm going to eat for breakfast. But I've got a long day ahead, a long, nice but chill day ahead, which is sick. Yeah, and I'm going to train later as well, so I will catch you in a bit. Candid shot of me drinking coffee at the desk. These are blue light blockers, right? And they do make me look a little bit like Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, because it's so early, I don't need to use these blue light blockers now, but sometimes I will admit I do stick them on when I'm on the computer, like in the evening. And they really don't suit me at all. Like I have no need for glasses at all. And I don't even know if they work, to be honest. I think they're like massively gimmicky. But it's just jokes. I might just pop them into the vlog sometimes and just see what the reaction is, because nobody's ever seen me wear glasses. Thankfully my eyesight is like decent, so I don't really need to wear them. But blue light blockers are supposed to like help to block blue light which you get from screens, like at the end of the day. I think if there is any benefit to them, it's like completely like negligible amounts. Like I think they're just a load of shit, to be honest. But when we're talking like fine margins with training and on bodybuilding prep, if you want to invest in some, go for it. They might work for you. We've also got Frank in the background, right? Where are you, Frankie boy? The OG classic bodybuilder. Such a sick physique. Back in the days of like Arnold and Lou Ferrigno, if you've ever watched Pumping Iron. If you're into bodybuilding and you haven't watched Pumping Iron, then I highly recommend it. It's such a sick film. So yeah, back in those days, that's proper classic physique, by the way. I have a very unpopular opinion these days that the new classic physique is not actually classic at all. Which they're too lean. Some of them are too big. Some of them don't have a classic shape, really, I don't think. When you're talking classic bodybuilding, you have to go back to these days, those days. But that might just be me. Some people might agree, some people might not. What is up, YouTube? Right, I have been out in town. I have bought some bits. I'm now back for lunch. These are the bits. This is the lunch. And this is the dog. Boop. This is the dog. One thing I have noticed in the past like 5 weeks is I've genuinely really enjoyed sticking to this meal plan. Like, it feels like it's satisfying, it's filling me up. I perform really well on it, even though it's the back end of prep. Like, my numbers in the gym have like either retained or improved as well. So like foods like this, they're not like dissimilar to what I was eating before, but because it's all tracked, like it's the perfect amount of macros that I need, I found it really enjoyable following the meal plan. And I've never really followed a meal plan before. So I'm hopefully going to take these foods with me into my off season and continue to enjoy them as much as possible. I'm also, whoa, number 3 of the day. Meal number 1 done. I have been doing a bit of video editing and we're straight on to meal 2, which is very much the same. A few slight changes. Chicken, rice, pineapple, dark chocolate, and of course, asparagus. Looking at my YouTube analytics, feeling like a fucking nerd and a bit of a loser. So obviously I've just started the YouTube stuff and I got a TikTok as well. It's weird, mate, it's really weird. And also, do you know what I found since doing this, since like putting more videos out, is I'm fucking obsessed by it already. Like, it's really weird. Like, I've gone from not caring at all about social media. Like, I've always been like really even like cautious about posting on Instagram. Like, I don't want to come across as like salesy or like I'm trying too hard, but I've had this like switch in my brain where I'm like, do you know what, I might as well just fucking go for it. I might as well just try it, you know. What's the worst that can happen? Like, some people are gonna not like my videos,
but there's going to be a couple people that like them, and I might reach out to a few more people, teach some people some new things. So like, there's no real like downside to it in my opinion. That's why I've started doing it. But yeah, like constantly now, just like checking my phone, checking my TikTok to make like seeing if I've got like another follower or how many people have viewed my video and shit like that. Like, it's really weird. So I'm gonna need to just keep an eye on that and like taper it down if I need to at any point. But yeah, now I'm going to show you what I got from TK Maxx. I got some absolute bangers, by the way. Buzzing with them. The TK Maxx is sick because it's so cheap. And the thing is, like, we went in there. You look at one thing, you're like, oh, I don't really need that. I might need it. Fuck it, I'll just get it anyway. And because it's like cheap, it's like 10 quid per thing. You end up just with like an armful of stuff like that you don't need. But I'm going to show you anyway. I got some bandanas for when we were on the bike trip in Vietnam. Some base layers, because there's going to be parts of Vietnam that are fucking freezing up in the mountains. It's got to stay warm, especially having no body fat on me at the moment. I thought, I never really wear base layers, but you know, if it's going to be cold and I've got no fat on me, because I've only got 2 days to gain fat before I go to Vietnam, so I'm going to need as much warmth as I can get. Some more socks. I did get a few other bits, but the one, do you know what I was most happy with? So before I started the gym, I was like heavily into football. I knew pretty much every single player on every single team in any division. Like, I was a fucking nerd with football. And then I basically fell out of love with football because I found the gym. And the team that I always used to support was Arsenal. And I could never really afford before to like buy the Arsenal gear, like the official stuff. So I'd always have to buy like the cheap tacky shit from online. And what I found for £20, I know it's like an old, it's not even a kit, it's a training top. But I found this in TK Maxx of all places. And it is Arsenal training top from like, I think this is like 2 seasons ago. And I'm so fucking buzzing with it, like it's mad. Yeah, I never had like legit Arsenal stuff before. I don't even know if this is legit, to be honest. It says it's made in Vietnam. I don't know if it is legit. I don't know if it's going to fit me because I didn't try it on. It's got the Arsenal licensed product logo on it, so I assume it's legit. But mate, for 20 quid, I don't care anyway. I'm going to try this on, hopefully it fits. It bloody well sort of fits. It's a bit snug. Yeah! It fits. I feel like I'm like reliving my childhood dreams. Best believe this is staying on all day. I'm going to train on this later because I'm actually gassed with it. So obviously today is the main day, Wednesday, that I'm going to be packing for my trip to Vietnam. My room is a bit of a fucking shithole at the minute because I've just got a load of stuff like open. I've got my Vietnam like rucksack thing all open. I'll show you briefly what that part of it looks like, and it's honestly, it's stressing me out because I don't, especially in peak week, like on prep, I get the worst form of like OCD where like everything has to be lined up, everything has to be like tidy, clean, in order. And I think that's because like I know that when I get back to it later, if it's all messy, then it's going to do my head in. So I have everything like lined up perfectly. But my room for this last week, because I've just had a load of stuff like just waiting in my room, stuff that I've just like bought over time, it's giving me a little bit of stress. So I'm trying to stay out of my room and in like my office, because my office is like dead tidy, because I had to clear out a load of shit from my office as well to make sure it was tidy so that I could like work productively in it. So this is the current pile for Vietnam stuff. As you can see, it's all just like jammed down the side of my bed. So like you might have seen this thing behind me. This is an inversion table, which I bought off of one of my clients like 6 months ago, and I've used it twice. It's camping stuff. It's sort of like, it's not even just camping stuff, but there's like stuff from the FitX in there. There's a packet of pens that's been opened. I've only used one pen. This is a phone case bag that doesn't actually, no, not a phone case, a camera case bag, which doesn't actually fit my camera in it because I've now got like an extender thing on my camera, like a protective case, so it doesn't fit that, so I'm gonna have to send that back. But this place is a mess, and today, hopefully, I'm gonna pack all of this away. I'm gonna be fully packed for Vietnam, and then tomorrow I'm gonna have to pack for then the weekend, which is finals, and then hopefully I'll be dead chill, stress-free, because I won't have any more packing to do. So that is the goal. So the less I talk about it, the more I do, the better. So I'm going to start doing some shit about it right now. Right. So I have just got to the gym. This is my one PT session of the day with Charlie, right? So I'm going to show my new purchase that I'm buzzing with to Charlie. Charlie's like a massive Wolves fan. He's from Wolverhampton originally, and I'm pretty sure he's going to hate the fact. I don't think he even knows that I used to support Arsenal. He knows that I like follow Plymouth Argyle sometimes. Like I watch them at away games, whatever. So I want to see what his reaction is. Hopefully he's happy to be on the vlog because I think this will be quite funny. But I just brought up outside the gym. Got PT with Charlie, and then I'm going to train my pool pump session, and we're going to do some posing afterwards. So yeah, let's do it. Actually, so the reason I wanted to record is because I went and I bought something today, TK Maxx, and I just wanted to see if you appreciate it.
What is it? You're an Arsenal fan?
Yeah. Well, I always used to be. When I used to like follow them.
Arsenal let me down 100 quid the other day, so I'm not happy.
100 quid?
Yeah. Yeah, I won 280 quid on a treble. And then I put 100 quid on Villa to win, Liverpool to win, and Arsenal to win, and somebody else to win. Let me down.
And they let you down. Shit. Nice, 2 more.
Feels good in the back.
Gonna do one last heavy set.
Yeah?
That was a bittersweet moment. The penultimate session of prep is done. And I think it's hitting me now that I'm not going to be able to enjoy like the post-show pumps because I'm going to be obviously in Vietnam. Now, I would much rather be in Vietnam, to be honest, to an extent, because I've not been away for so long and it's about time I got away, had some time off. But saying that, I'm going to miss that post-show food, the post-show glycogen. Especially like this is now me post-pump, post-push pump. One more day, one more gym session for a month, and then I'm done. And I'm done from work after tomorrow as well. So tomorrow's my last day at work. Tomorrow's my last day PT and last gym session. Then the show on Saturday, and then we go to Vietnam. So I am super excited to go. I'm excited to get some traveling because I've not traveled since before COVID. I've not been away for a long time. So excited for that. So yeah, home now for some food to finish packing for Vietnam because I didn't finish that earlier. And just to chill this evening, no more steps to do. Just eat some food, send over my check-in photos to Aaron. So I'm back from PT, back from the gym. I've had my fourth meal of the day, which was cream of rice, which is not very exciting to show you, so I thought I wouldn't show you that. However, it was a massive bowl. So I've got like a big old mixing bowl, full-size mixing bowl of cream of rice, and I still eat it with a tiny little spoon because it makes it last a little bit longer. So what I'm doing now, I've got one client to set up. So I'll take you through a little bit of the process that I do with client setups. Send over an onboarding video, and then I'm back into a little bit more video editing, finishing off packing for Vietnam as well. The time is 23 minutes past 7. So I'm going to be pretty flat out for the next couple of hours, I'm pretty sure. Just finishing off setting up Pav's plan now. And I'm just going to show you the coaching software that I use. So this is what all of my clients are on. It includes a training program, a meal program, a step goal, cardio goal. They'll also get like weekly check-ins with me. So on a Saturday, generally every week, I'll get people to send me like a full rundown of how the week's gone, what's gone well, what's not gone well. Is there anything next week which is going to impact their performance potentially, whether they've got like a birthday party coming up or like a wedding or an event, anything like that. So it just gives me a chance to see what's going on in their lives, and then we can work around different things just to make sure that the plan works for them. So everybody's completely different. There are no two plans that are the same. It's all completely tailor-made to the individual. And ultimately, the main thing with this is that like everybody, all of my clients are at such varied stages of their progress, of their journey, that some people have like different methods, or I have different methods with some people, like different approaches with some people. So some people don't follow meal plans. Some will prefer to have like a more daily contact in terms of like the food that they're eating. So they'll send me photos of their food and I'll get back to them and say, you know, maybe you could drop this out or change this for this, because they're not quite ready to follow a meal plan yet. Whereas some people, as soon as you give them a meal plan, they're just straight on it. And it's just like tunnel vision sort of thing. So I'm going to send Pav a video now, just explaining the whole process, what he needs to do, what I need from him, the data that I need to collect from him, and just explaining to him basically the next couple of weeks, and see if he's got any questions basically. Yo mate, hopefully you are good. Appreciate you waiting around for this one. Obviously I sent you through your nutrition bits yesterday, just to give you a little bit of a heads up on starting that. Now I've finished your training program, and I've also finished your steps and cardio goals based on what you sent me through earlier on today as well. So I just want to go through the training program a little bit. They sort of got a bit away from me and I've not finished it, but I've got all day tomorrow to do it, so watch this space, it's going to get done. Just about to eat my final meal, which I'll show you. So this is the meal that I've come to look forward to every single day. Now, I've not always been having it this way. I started off having rice cakes with the almond butter and the jam on top, and then the yogurt on the side. However, what I noticed, and shamefully, I only noticed it really like, I think 3 days ago, but this is honestly one of the most insane things I've ever had. So we have 6 of these plain ass dry rice cakes. But then in here we have jam, almond butter, Greek yogurt, whey protein, a little bit of salt, a little bit of sweet cinnamon, and also decaf coffee. So a little sprinkle of decaf coffee in there, mix it all in, and then what I do, spoon a bit on that on there. There's a little bit of jam on there, is that gonna, a little bit of jam. Spread that on there. And then wash. So good. It's the end of the day. Day is finished, jobs are done, sort of. I'll pick up some tomorrow. Who knew packing for a holiday was going to take so fucking long? But I'll have that finished tomorrow, or by the weekend, hopefully before I go. Hopefully it'll be finished before I go. And then all that's left to do is pack for this weekend, which is show day. Get a haircut tomorrow. I've got to get a haircut. And just eating the food. I think we're going to be looking at like 4,000 calories tomorrow, which is going to be sweet. Prepping food honestly takes the longest amount of time. It takes up the most of my day. Being on prep sometimes feels like it's a full-time job in itself, with having to get all your steps in, having to train, having to do your cardio when you are doing cardio, prepping all your meals, all that sort of stuff. Honestly, it can take you 5, 6, 7 hours in the day. So it can get quite busy. So it's a big commitment, but it's worth it in the long run. So, but yeah, going to end the video here, pick up again tomorrow. So, see you in a bit.